What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Gaming with the Bros podcast.
What up, what up? What, episode 30?
29.
29, man.
29. Almost at the big 3-0.
Yeah, excited to get there. That means it's been over half a year since we started this.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
Very
crazy.
exciting.
My name is Harrison. I'm here with my brother Nick, as always.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, how was your week this week?
I feel like my week has been pretty similar to everyone else's. It's been kind of sad.
Yeah.
And I've just kind of been angry this week. Just at everything that's going on.
Yeah.
But trying to, I know this might not be the best path, but I'm trying to stay off of social media right now.
Yeah.
Just because I'm seeing like this stuff on Twitter, like all this like police brutality videos and everything, and it's just like, I don't know, it's putting a huge damper on my everyday life. And I feel like there's a time and place to be upset, but once that starts slipping through into your like personal life, and you just start being upset all the time, then it's just not really helpful.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's hard to, I don't want to say get away from it, but it's like it's everywhere. So it's like even if you want just a second of not dealing with that or thinking about that, it's really hard not to, just because it's literally like on like everything. So
yeah, and then coming from, COVID immediately into this, like
yeah, 2020 has like literally been like the worst year. I mean, it's just been terrible.
I think it's actually been like the worst year that I've been alive. I mean,
outside of like, I don't know. I mean, there's just been, I don't know. I mean,
like
we haven't had a school shooting this year, which is nice, but schools have also been closed.
They've been closed. I mean, personally, it's been a great year. Like, got engaged, and a bunch of great stuff has happened. But from a world perspective, it's been pretty bad.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, thankfully both of us can work from home, so I mean, I've been enjoying it for the most part. I mean, there's some days where I want to be at the work or be at my job or something.
Speaking of which, are you going in anytime soon? Have they
No, they haven't. It's been they sent an email out a couple of weeks ago, just saying that we're gonna still be working from home indefinitely. So they'll let us know once everything gets kind of clear.
Yeah, aside from all the negative stuff, I'm trying to think positively and just trying to slow down in general. Like, sometimes I think I rush things, whether it's in work or like in my personal life or anything like that. So I'm considering doing like 10-minute meditation sessions each day, or just reading a book about it or something. But it's kind of been something I've wanted to work on a little bit, and I mean, now's the perfect time to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what's going on with my life. How's your week been?
Same really. I mean, just kind of reading on a lot of the stuff that's been going on, in the world and stuff like that. And it's I don't know. I haven't gone as far to like delete people like on Facebook because it doesn't really matter to me. But you kind of start to see the kind of the dumb people that you have on your friends list that are people are still. I swear, if I see the hashtag All Lives Matter one more time, I'm gonna blow my mind. Like blow my brain. Like I just don't understand these people's mentality. And I mean, I'm sure people have heard this before, but yes, all lives do matter. Of course they do, but
that's not the point.
It's not the point. Black lives have to matter first, and then all lives can matter. That's what that movement is saying. It's really frustrating when, you have these, these police brutalities and and a lot. I mean, so many people have come together with the protesting, like not just in the U.S. but like the whole world, which is really nice to see. Um, but yeah, when you just see people still shouting that stuff, I just it blows my mind how stupid and ignorant people are.
I saw like a comparison, and it was just like a picture, or it was like a script,
Yeah.
and it was like everyone is getting food at the table, and uh, it was just some random name like Tom
Hmm.
doesn't have any food. So then some people are like, well, Tom needs food, but then everyone else is like, well, we also deserve food too, but they already have food.
Yeah. It doesn't make
Yeah.
it just doesn't make any sense. It it's just crazy.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. And then people are talking, well, every every job or whatever has its bad apples, and
Hmm.
with the police brutality. But I mean, if you're let's say you're a doctor and you're on the table, you're a surgeon, you're doing getting ready to do work on somebody, and then you're like, you know what, he's black or whatever, I'm not gonna work on him and let him
Hmm.
die. Like some professions just cannot have bad apples. Like
There's not room for it.
yeah, there's zero room. So I don't know. I hope, and I think it will. Hopefully this stuff stops or at least slows down significantly, and every precinct and police department around the country and the world will maybe hopefully will have some sort of uh, I don't know, better training, or in a situation,
Yeah.
if you see a fellow police officer and they're doing something like they did to George Floyd, like you should be trained or know to step in and be like, hey, this is you're going way too far with this.
Hmm.
Because I've seen people that have said that if they were in that situation, or if they were, you know, all the people like videoing what happened and stuff, that they would intervene and try to save him. But at the same time, you have 4 or 5 police officers all with loaded guns, and you run at them or you try to tackle one of them off of this man. I mean,
Hmm.
you're going to get shot or worse.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a lose-lose situation. So hopefully better training, and I don't know. Hopefully, there's zero tolerance for any of that stuff, and they'll just start letting people go and stuff like that. But
Yeah. I saw, I read somewhere that police officers get roughly 110 hours of training,
yeah,
which is just nothing compared to any other profession. Like even like a hairstylist
yeah,
goes through thousands of hours of training,
yeah,
and if it's like a lot of them just aren't trained on conflict resolution or prejudices, or they're
hmm
not screened. Like background checks aren't ran on them. Like I don't know, if they are, they're not good enough. Like
hmm
I don't know. Any cop who has had previous instances of racist behavior that's stored online,
yeah,
like that should come up in background checks, and they shouldn't be hired. You know.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Uh,
it's wild, and hopefully all the protesting and stuff like that, um, and it seems like it's like I said before, it's helping, and um, but we'll see, and it sucks too because you have those people that with the looting and stuff that's been going on. I'm sure you guys have. Do you guys have a curfew over in DC?
yeah, we have one in DC, but not in Arlington.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a well, it's funny because we live in Jamestown, so it's um technically it doesn't affect us, but our
Mm.
surrounding cities are have like a 8 p.m. curfew.
Oh, wow.
Um, I guess just to prevent any sort of looting and stuff. So I think most of the protesting has been going on during the day.
Yeah.
So it just sucks because as soon as like the looting starts, which I mean, I don't think no one's condoning it, saying that it's okay. Uh,
Right. Right.
Especially with local businesses and stuff like that getting destroyed, and lives like that getting ruined. But yeah, it's kind of scary. I mean, we've had people marching down like our main street and stuff like that. I haven't seen it, um,
Mm.
but uh, what's kind of like the general atmosphere around where you live, since you're a little bit closer to DC?
We've we have seen a few protests, and we like kind of involuntarily got involved with one. Like we were walking to breakfast, and like this huge protest was coming to our apartment complex to meet up,
Yeah,
and like they all like kneeled for a few minutes, so we like stopped and kneeled with them, and
yeah.
then we like kind of went on our way. Um, but there have been definitely a good amount of protests pretty much
Hmm.
every day. Like I know Saturday was a big day for it. There was a really big one from 12 to 5 that started at our apartment complex and went down into DC. Um, so it's been kind of crazy. Like they've been like really peaceful from what I've seen. Like
Hmm.
I haven't seen any looting or any instigation from either side. Like the police officers were escorting the protests and they were behind them, and like it seemed like it was going well. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just a shame because once the looting starts, that's all the media focuses on. So it like takes away from
Hmm.
what they're trying to, say. So that's where it gets frustrating because you have, bad groups of people that just want to destroy stuff and steal
Yeah.
and just it just takes away from what actually matters.
And sometimes, from what I've seen, it's almost questionable on what side the the looting instigators are even on, if they're like even part of the
Yeah,
Black
yeah,
Lives Matter movement,
that's
or
what a lot of it's been is I've
mhm,
heard white supremacy groups, stuff like that.
yeah.
Um, so that's yeah, that's a little frustrating, but hopefully everything gets better and um, you know, we can make a change because it definitely needs to happen.
It does, and I think these protests need to keep happening
Hmm.
in order to get that point across.
Yeah, definitely. Other than that, I have just been doing a couple of projects around the house and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Um, then I've been to Home Depot like 3 or 4 times this week, just getting stuff.
Do
Uh,
they still close at 6?
I think they close at no, I think they close at well, with the curfew going on, they close at 8.
Okay,
Um, so I think that's the normal time they close, anyways, 8 or 9, I think.
gotcha.
So yeah, COVID wise, I mean, I don't know, it's all of a sudden like it's over now, and it's
Yeah, we've moved on to the next thing.
yeah. So we'll see what happens, and I know it's been a couple weeks since they kind of reopened a lot of places, uh,
Hmm.
with restaurants being at 50% capacity and stuff like that, which we've been out twice now to eat dinner. We took me and Brittany ate by ourselves one time, and then we took the kids out Friday night because Kaylee uh, had her graduation, which was pretty cool because like since they can't do like an in-person thing, we just we got in our cars and there was like a line they had like in their parking lot, and they had all the teachers had like signs and stuff, and they were giving out like the certificates,
Oh, cool.
and then like the principal and a few other teachers were talking to everybody, and they gave
Hmm.
them like a little gift bag and stuff. So it was really cool to go to that. So we took Kaylee out for dinner for her graduation, and um so but that
That's
was
awesome. I'm glad like they had something for graduation. That's
yeah
really cool.
yeah we got a notice about it a couple weeks ago. I was like, oh, that's awesome that they're still doing it because I mean, yeah, for kids in 2020 and people graduating from college
Hmm.
and high school, like it sucks to not have
Yeah,
that ceremony.
it's
So
like you work 4 years and you don't really get that big moment
yeah,
that
yeah, you
you're
don't get a
striving towards.
yeah, you don't get that moment to walk across the street, especially with like for high school. I mean, that's yeah,
That's pretty
college is
huge.
college is definitely important, but I mean, all the kids you grew up with, and they don't get to have that experience, and that really really sucks
Yeah,
for
even
them.
having like just having your senior year at home, like not getting to see all your friends that you're potentially saying goodbye to,
Yeah,
like that really sucks.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I feel for them. It's hard to be a student right now for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm glad I'm not in school now, just because I mean I could do online work, but especially being a teenager, that's I don't know. But yeah, just doing little projects and stuff. I haven't really gamed that much this week.
Mm-hmm.
I played a few things, but nothing huge.
Man, I'm like the opposite this week.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I know there's like a big sale going on right now. Like I think I want to pick up uh what is it, Lost Legacy or something, the Uncharted game. That's
Oh
like
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
The
Chloe and someone else.
Mhm.
I think that's her name, but it's like the expansion or whatever, or the standalone.
standalone
Yeah.
title.
But it wasn't like a full $60. I think it was like 40 when it came out.
Yeah.
So I want to pick that up because I think it's like $10 on sale.
Oh, I might get that too.
And then I want to check out the Xbox, uh, their sale going on too.
Because they have a pretty good like summer sale going on. I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sony and Microsoft both got their sale going on.
Yep.
But yeah, what I've been playing is mainly Luigi's Mansion. Me and Brittany and I are just kind of plowing through. I think we're almost 10 hours in, and we've still got I think we just unlocked the second basement, B2 or whatever.
B2. So what?
Yeah. So I
what
think after
floors
that,
do you have?
I think we've gone up to 9.
Out of 15, right?
Yeah, out of 15. So we're getting closer, but we're also trying to get as much stuff, all the gems as much as possible before we end up going back and finding them.
Nice.
We usually try to clear the floor out before we head on.
Have you had a favorite floor so far? I might have asked you this last week.
A favorite floor? I think you did. The TV production room one was really, or the movie theater.
Yeah.
The movie one was good. I'm trying to remember the last one we just did. Oh, the one with the it was like in a museum and you have to fight the T-Rex. That one was pretty cool. It was super short, but that was a cool fight.
Oh yeah. That one's really short.
Yeah, that was super short. And I think there's another one. The one with like the giant plant was pretty cool too.
The giant, right? Okay, yeah. Where you're just going up these cascading stairs.
Yeah. That one was pretty cool.
That's a good one.
So yeah, man, just really loving that game. Like I love the co-op. The game is difficulty wise, it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
That's
definitely on the easier side.
Yeah. Which is fine. You know, if I was playing by myself, maybe I would still enjoy it, but with like I said, if you playing with someone that doesn't really play video games, it's a good one because it's just so easy. And like you've got the little bones you can buy that'll bring you back to life. Luigi only has like 25 health, but he comes back instantly. So
and he doesn't need a bone thing to come back, right?
Yeah, no. Okay. So like if your partner's playing and they die or something, it really doesn't even matter. So
nice.
Yeah, I love that.
Kind of the perfect barrier to entry for a newcomer.
Yeah, exactly. Because you still got the twin stick, so you still need a little bit of, a decent control. But yeah, it's a really really fun game. It's a beautiful game. We've been playing that on the 55-inch screen, and it's funny because like whenever The Last of Us 2 comes out, I've been thinking about going through the first one again and playing it.
I've been thinking about it too.
But I really want to play it with Brittany because it's like it's almost like a movie. Yeah. That you're watching, and I really want her to watch me play the second one just because I know how like gritty it's gonna be. So that comes out the 16th. Is it?
It's that soon? Oh man, I wanted to finish Xenoblade by then.
I think it's 2 weeks from now, which is crazy.
Dang.
So I'm definitely looking forward to that game.
Yeah.
And then TV wise, I've been watching. I watched Space Force. I watched that season. It was okay.
Yeah.
I was talking to one of my friends the other day about it because he had asked if I had seen it. I said I watched it. It's good. It definitely pokes a lot of fun, and obviously the Space Force thing that we have now.
Mhm.
or was I don't know. Was that actually created? Was that, or was that a joke? I don't even know anymore.
I think it was actually created. I think. I don't
Yeah.
know. I could be totally wrong, but I think it was.
So it definitely pokes a lot of fun at that, and
Mhm.
uh, it's not super politically heavy, but it's definitely got like a lot of political jokes and stuff in there as well.
Yeah.
Um, with their with the president and stuff. I think the president's name was like POTUS or something.
Well,
But
yeah,
they're
because
always like trying to not piss him off or something. I don't know. But it's
the birthday present episode was pretty funny.
yeah. That one was good.
It was kind of timed perfectly because I've been seeing a bunch of ads
Yeah.
for like Trump would want this as a present for his birthday if you donate to his fund or whatever.
Gosh.
Yeah.
So
So.
yeah, it's okay. It's not the greatest. Um, it's got some funny scenes, but
Mhm.
yeah,
That's all right.
yeah, and it's only 6 seasons, and they're or 6 episodes, 6 or 7 episodes, and they're relatively short. So if you have kind of been like I have with trying to watch shows that are shorter,
Mhm.
just because like 50-minute to an hour long shows can be a little bit of an investment if you're just trying to watch something quick. I also finished Dragon Ball Super. I watched
My
I watched
God.
all 131 episodes of
Did
that.
you skip any after like the initial 25 you skipped?
Nope.
Like, do you watch them during work or like how do you?
Yeah. I was watching during
Okay.
work, and then like I'll watch it at night too, as well. But yeah, watched all that.
How was
Really
it?
good. I really enjoyed it.
Well, you must have.
Um, yeah, I don't think any superhero ever created can beat Goku.
Mm.
Like it's kind of ridiculous because I don't know, he gets crushed, and then I don't know, he just like something sparks and he'll go to like the next transformation. It's unreal,
Did he
but it's
die
cool.
and get brought back by the
No, so far
boss?
no one's died like that to where they've needed to bring him back. They always just give him like sensu beans immediately and they just heal.
Yeah.
But since I've been playing so much Dragon Ball Fighters, it's really cool to actually see these characters in action and kind of know their backstory and stuff.
Nice.
And then once I finished that, I rented the Dragon Ball Super Brawly movie as well, and
Okay. Yeah,
watched
I
and
heard
watched
that was
that
really
because
good.
that's like the sequel to the show.
Hmm.
Um, and I think there's supposed to be more episodes soon of Dragon Ball Super. They just I think it ended in 2018. So
In 2018.
yeah, so hopefully there'll be some more stuff coming. But yeah, really like that show. It's absolutely ridiculous and um,
As
yeah,
it should be.
yeah, as it should be. It's ridiculous, but it's really fun to watch.
Nice.
Trying to think, did I watch anything else? I think that's it. Yeah. Um, what you been playing?
Uh, Pretty much, man. Just Xenoblade Chronicles, Definitive Edition
Mm-hmm.
for the Switch. I'm farther now than I got when I had it for the new 3DS.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm in uncharted territory now. I remembered like a good bit of it, but story wise, I really didn't keep up that much when I was playing through like the 3DS version. But
Yeah.
the story, like I just got to a pivotal point in the game. I think I'm about halfway through. I'm like 20 hours in.
Mm-hmm.
But I just got to like a pivotal story point in the game, and man, the story is picking up, and it's really good.
Cool.
Like it's a slow start story wise because it's a lot of JRPG tropes
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning. Um, but it really picks up, and it's one of my favorite combat systems
Okay. Cool.
out of any like RPG I've played or any JRPG that I've played. So and it just like man, like every few hours you either get a new character or you get a new mechanic or something because Shulk's Monado
Mm-hmm.
has like um a bunch of different actions that you can unlock that can just do a bunch of stuff. So
So describe the because I think you've done it before, but describe the combat to me because it's not like an action game, right? It's more like a RPG style combat system.
so I guess the simplest way I can describe it is you walk up to an enemy in an open field
Mm-hmm.
and you like lock onto them or choose whatever enemy you want, and you press attack, and then you'll start auto attacking them. Like you and your
Okay.
party will start auto attacking, and then at the bottom of the screen there are 9 different selections you can choose. So it's almost like you're playing World of Warcraft
Yeah.
where you have a bunch of different keys and cooldowns, except you have like these different action buttons, and like one of them might be a backslash. So like you'd position yourself behind the enemy,
Mm-hmm.
and then you'd use that, and you'd do more damage, and then that would need a cooldown timer.
Okay.
So then there's another attack where you can go to the side and do an attack there, and then there's like this chain where you start out by breaking an enemy's defense, and then another character that's in your party will topple them, but they can only be toppled right after they've been broken. So it's kind of like a timing thing. So they
Okay.
get toppled and they're on their back, and then you can do one more thing to them. I think it's days or something else, but you can keep them on the ground longer. So it's all about like getting this rhythm going of breaking their defense, toppling them, and then you have like chain attacks where you can um, kind of group up with your team and do a bunch of attacks at once. So it's like at its most basic, it's like you're auto attacking and then you're choosing special moves to use.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then you
Okay.
can kind of switch between different characters if you want, have
Yeah.
different play styles. Like Shulk is kind of a jack of all trades, and you have other characters that are more healing focused. Then you have your tanks. So
Now, as far as like the enemies, is it because you said you walk up to them and run up to them, so it's
mhm.
not like random encounters.
No, you can see all of them,
Okay. Cool. Cool.
and
Yeah. Go ahead.
sometimes like they'll see you and they'll come after you, and
Oh, okay.
if they're under leveled, they'll have like a defensive sign, which means that they're not going to attack you. If they're over leveled, they'll have like an eyesight, meaning that if they see you in their range of vision, they're going to come and
Yeah.
attack you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, does the game look really good? Because I remember you saying back in the day that the 3DS version was kind of muddy
Yeah,
looking.
3DS version looked. I even watched a YouTube video of it uh, this morning just to remember,
Yeah.
and it looked pretty bad on 3DS, and it's just like such a small screen too, so you could barely see
Right.
what was going on. But this version, like the Switch version, is beautiful. Like
Cool.
all the different landscapes, and did I dive into like the setting of the game any? Have I talked about that?
Um.
Because that's one of the coolest parts, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah. I don't
So
know if you have or not.
I'll just give like a brief
Yeah.
overview.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So I guess the game starts where there's this just vast world of water, and there's nothing there, and then these two giant creatures called the Bionis and the Mechonis come in, and they're like standing in the water and they're battling each other for centuries. And then finally the Bionis uses the Monado to kill the Mechonis, and
Mm-hmm.
they get frozen in time at that spot.
Okay.
So then civilization forms on their bodies. So like Bionis is home to like humans, which are called Hans, and then a bunch of different other species, and then
Yeah.
Mechonis is home to the Mechons, which are kind of like the evil robot species that you're fighting the entire game. Um, but like you're like the whole game is you traveling throughout the body of the Bionis. So like you start out kind of near the leg, and then you get up to the head, and then I think at some point in the game you can cross over where the sword is, and you can cross over to the Mechonis and travel over that body. So it's pretty cool. Like the setting is like unlike any other game I've played before. Like you're fighting on two titans.
Yeah. It's not. I mean, that must be pretty huge then.
Yeah, they're like world sized. They're pretty huge. But
Yeah.
I'm digging it.
I want to. I definitely want to play this game at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know when. Because I know it's The Last of Us coming out in a couple weeks. So I'm definitely going to focus my attention on that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I
I
definitely do
will
want to play it at some point.
I will say it's a hell of a lot easier to get into than Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Okay.
Like it opens up so much faster. Like it probably took 15 hours in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 just to get a good grasp on the combat style and the combat mechanics
Mm-hmm.
because they're just so different, especially from the first one. But with the first one, you like immediately understand.
Okay. Did you ever finish 2?
Yeah, I finished
Okay.
2, and I loved it. Like, it was phenomenal.
Do you think you'll plan on going back to 2 now that you have like that, like this, like the story of the 1?
Probably
No?
not. They're pretty disconnected until the end of 2. Like you like in the second one, you're not in the same world. Well, you're in the same world, but you're not like on Titans like you were on the first one. So
Right. Yeah,
yeah,
I do want to check it out eventually.
nice. You should. It's. I mean, it's been called one of the best RPGs of like this generation. Yeah, I think it's holding up. I think it's starting to hold up.
Cool.
And then aside from that, initially I had downloaded Session
Okay.
on my Mac, and that's how I got into the whole thing of my computer locking me out because I downloaded that the PC, like what it is, the PC software, like the Windows. I had Windows
Yeah.
on my Mac, and it just messed up the whole thing. So I'm using Alicia's computer right now, and I refunded Session because it just wasn't working. Like it wasn't running properly even on
Right.
hers. But I downloaded SkaterXL. Like I
Okay.
did some research, and the minimum requirements for a PC were a little bit lower than for Session. So I was like, hey, yeah, I'll give this a shot. I'll check it out and see if it runs okay. And it, I mean, I have to play on like the lowest settings possible, and like I'm not even in HD, I don't think anymore. But man, is that game
How old is your Mac?
2015. I think I could run SkaterXL on my Mac, but I can't use my Mac right now.
Oh, okay.
It's like there's no way.
What kind of computer does Alicia have?
It's an HP, but it's like 5 or 6 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You did say it was a laptop, so yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, I think any newer laptop could run it just fine, but here we are. But I didn't think I could like a skateboarding game more than like Skate 2 and 3. But this one, like just the like the simulation and the controls
Yeah.
are so incredible and so intuitive. Like they make perfect sense. Like once you nail it and you're like, okay, the right stick is my right foot, or yeah, right stick, right foot, left stick, left foot, then it just immediately makes sense. And it's just a blast. Like there are only 2 maps in the game because it's early access, whatever, beta, whatever. But you can download mods and you can download new maps that are user created, and the new tricks that you can like mod into the game. So I've downloaded a few additional things to the game, which I think is necessary. But it's so great. Like I was having a blast. I downloaded it on Friday and I was just kind of playing it all day. Like I was having such a blast with it. It's kind of like a 10-year-old dream come true. Like I've waited for a skateboarding game since Skate 3, and really didn't think it was going to happen, especially after Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 like crashed and burned.
Yeah, that was such a bummer.
Yeah. So it's nice. Like I think this is the year for skateboarding games with SkaterXL, Session, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 remastered. Like we got a lot to look forward to, which is cool.
Yeah. And
SkaterXL, it's coming to Xbox, PS4, Switch. It was supposed to come July 7th, but it got delayed to the 28th, and then the Switch version is now indefinitely delayed.
Dang. That's where I'll probably get it too.
Yeah, that always happens, man. Happened with Doom. Happened with Outer Worlds.
Yep.
Yeah. But that's pretty much it. I've been kind of switching between both of those. I played a little bit more of BioShock, but I really just want to play Xenoblade right now.
Yeah.
I've played BioShock enough, and I don't know, it runs great on the Switch. Like, but I am glad I didn't get the rest of the collection. I'm glad I, saved $30 because I don't think I would have
gone through all of them.
No, not. And if I wanted to, I could just play them on Xbox because I have a collection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's on Game Pass too.
Is it really?
I think it is. Maybe not. I could be wrong about that.
I think I might be at the end of my rope of buying games with the Switch that I already own. Like, started with Skyrim, and
Yeah.
then it ended up being Witcher and BioShock. Like, so many games I already own.
Well, it's that Switch effect. You gotta have it on the go.
Gotta have it in bed, man.
Yeah. And playing in bed is a different level.
It is.
It's so much fun. I love it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
Yeah, you want to go ahead and jump into the news?
Yeah.
So very, very light news week. We were supposed to have the PS5 event on the 4th, but that got canceled, because of everything that's been going on. And Sony and a lot of other studios and companies as well have kind of been silent. They want to kind of let other voices get heard, because I don't know. That if they had announced what the PS5 looks like or whatever they were gonna do, it still would have gotten attention. But it's respectful for them to just wait. Even if it's next week or something. I mean, they haven't given a date yet when it's going to be back or when they're going to air it. But I mean, it'll be soon. It'll be okay. We can wait a little bit longer.
Yeah, it's definitely a good move on their part. I don't think anybody is too upset about it.
No, especially I know they're supposed to be announcing like some games and stuff and showing some trailers and stuff like that. They didn't say for sure if they were going to announce or like reveal the console itself. So we don't really know what to expect with this event. So yeah, we can wait a little bit longer and it'll be all right.
Yeah, before we know it, it'll be July and we'll be seeing Xbox's games. Like,
yep,
we're gonna know
within like as crappy this year has been, it's flying by.
Just think E3 would be happening next week.
Yep.
Which is crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah, I am still sad about that. Like I just loved watching all the conferences and stuff, but oh well. You want to read the next one?
Yeah, so this is kind of an odd one, but so Last of Us has an HBO show.
Yep.
That's in development or in production. Is that the TV form of development?
Yeah, I would say in production.
In production. Okay. Yeah, so they found a director at least for the first episode of the show, and it's Johan Rink, who directed the Chernobyl series on HBO. So he's like pretty respectable producer, and he's also a writer on the Borderlands movie, which is coming out. I don't know when.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
That's gonna be a weird one. I don't.
Which I heard. I've never actually seen it, but I heard Chernobyl was really good. Are you at all excited for this?
I actually am. Part of me wishes it was just going to be a movie like they initially planned, but
yeah,
I get that with I don't know, just with like the overall setting and story of Last of Us, I could see it being broken into like a 6-episode series or something like that. I think out of all the video game shows or video game movies, like Last of Us is definitely a world I would want to have explored a little more.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, any kind of show like really that's like it post-apocalyptic. It's always cool to see stuff like that. But I think they're supposed to start.
Wait, I don't think I can hear you.
You can't hear me? Let's see. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You can hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
But I think they're supposed to be getting ready to start production on season 2 of The Witcher, which I'm super excited for.
Nice.
Yeah.
Didn't they say that was going to come 2021?
They did say that.
Okay.
And then I think and then I'm not sure when season 2 of The Mandalorian is supposed to air. Did you watch that show?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I'm not like a huge Star Wars fan.
I'm not either, but it's actually like a really cool show.
Really?
Yeah, it's really cool.
Nice. Yeah, I need to check it out. I have access to Disney Plus. I just haven't like logged in or done anything with it yet.
Yeah, I mean there's some decent original shows on there, but yeah, The Mandalorian it's worth checking out, and I think it's only like 7 or 8 episodes, so it's nothing too long.
Not overwhelming. It's longer episodes, right? Like
yeah, they're about
45
minutes. Yeah, the normal kind of TV show episode, but they're really interesting and
Okay.
cool.
Yeah,
So yeah, I would definitely recommend that. Last little bit of news we've got, IGN is Summer of Gaming starts June 10th.
Yep, it got postponed.
Yeah.
It was supposed to start last week, but similar to Sony and a lot of other companies, they went silent.
Yep.
Or made a statement.
Yeah.
And then went silent.
Right.
So, yeah. But
so
I took a look at their lineup, and it looks like some pretty cool stuff is going to be revealed or announced over the next coming weeks. So
cool. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I feel like lately there just hasn't been much news in anything with gaming related. I mean, there's been a little bit of stuff here and there, but as far as new games and anything next gen we haven't really seen yet. But yeah, I'm excited to kind of dive back into some proper gaming news,
some proper announcements and gameplay reveals. I mean, obviously this year is a weird year, but I think we're just gonna get drip fed a lot of game reveals. It's not gonna be just one extravaganza like we're used to.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It's always so exciting having those E3s and just being blasted in the face with
just so
world
much
premieres and exclusives and all that stuff. But it'll be nice to have that kind of longevity of game reveals, and have that lead up to the console launches in late 2020.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Is Nintendo on that list at all?
I didn't see him over the first few days.
And how long is it? Is it 3 or 4 days of stuff?
I think it's going on for a while, actually.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I can pull it up. But there's a lot of cool stuff too. There's speed runs that they do to kick off the show.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, there's a Bloodborne speed run, I think on the 12th, that I want to watch.
Bloodborne.
Just gotta freaking love. Dude, if they announce a Bloodborne 2,
I don't think they'll ever will.
You don't think so? Well, yeah, I guess From Software is working on Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Is that a Xbox exclusive?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay.
I think it just got announced in their showcase, but I don't think it's an exclusive.
Okay.
I'd love to see either a Resident Evil 8 reveal, the Village game or whatever.
Yeah.
Or maybe they'll reveal the Resident Evil 4 remake or something. I don't know.
Man, they just released 3.
3, yeah.
I think 4 remake, if anything, would be 2022. I think 2021 is for RE8.
Yeah. Well, I know. Yeah, I got a feeling that if they do a RE4 remake, that they'll probably announce it alongside with Sony or something. Maybe they'll reveal it at next year's E3 time frame, I guess. If there is going to be they say there's going to be E3 next year, but we'll see.
Yeah. Wait, what makes you think they're going to announce it with Sony?
I don't know. I feel like anything Resident Evil and stuff like that, it's always kind of been with Sony.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Wasn't RE4 initially released on the GameCube? Or was it PS2?
It was PS2 and GameCube, I think.
Okay.
They came out at the same time.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I really want to see RE8. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, man.
Everything I've read and seen about it, or heard about it, I should say, just seems super interesting.
Right.
So,
do you think it's going to be VR?
Oh yeah, I'm sure and that's why I think it's going to be revealed with Sony. But, yeah, I think it would probably be VR.
I don't know if I'd play it in VR. That means I'd have to get out my PSVR set and set it up.
I always wanted to play that in VR to check it out.
It's pretty scary.
Yeah, especially just that opening. Like that has got to be one of like the best like openings to a video game, is that whole,
like that first house.
Yeah, like just the first part, like with I can't remember your girlfriend's name in the game, but the whole part where she's like crawling up the stairs and then stabs you in the hand and then chops your hand out like it.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's kind of wild.
It's freaky. Even playing in non-VR.
Yeah.
Like when I played it like a few months ago, it was scary. Very scary. All right, so I found the Summer of Gaming.
Okay.
So it runs June 10th, 11th, 12th, and 15th. And then they have more on the 16th, 18th, 24th, and 25th.
Oh, wow.
So just a bunch of stuff spread throughout the month. Let me see if I can look into some more detail. So like, okay, June 9th is Destiny 2, the next chapter. So whatever that is, maybe additional DLC or
probably
something like that. Some like additional looks at games that have already been announced, like Baldur's Gate 3, SkaterXL. Yeah, there's just a bunch of stuff.
Sweet.
Which is pretty cool. I mean, I'm excited. I hope there's some big developers involved.
Yeah, we hope. Yeah, hopefully we get some big. I don't need something like every day, but yeah, hopefully we'll get like a couple of like big announcements or whatever.
Yeah, or some really cool indie titles.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, more stuff for the Switch.
I haven't been playing a ton of indies lately. I've been mostly going just big boy games.
Big boy games, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When do you think we'll hear from Nintendo?
I don't know, man.
They had said before that they had their next direct was delayed or something because of COVID.
I wonder if they'll still have. I don't know. Part of me wants them to have a direct next week, like to be in line with E3.
Mm-hmm.
But that might have been the one that they were talking about.
Yeah, I mean they've always done just like a proper direct, and then we're at E3 with their games. They haven't done a proper like conference presentation in a long time, so
yeah,
it's not like that. It's going to be much different than what they're used to. So yeah, hopefully like next week we'll see something.
And I've always kind of wanted this to happen, but I think it'd be so cool if they brought the demos that they normally had at their booths at E3. If they could somehow, just bring them onto the eShop.
And I've heard other people say that before, that would make just so much sense to kind of get. And I understand that, like, if it's like an early build of a game, and like maybe the controls aren't quite there, and if you send that out to the world, it's gonna kind of damper your product. But if it's like something that's closer to release or something, yeah, just send like a demo out or something.
Because I'm sure they'd show like something like Paper Mario.
Yeah.
At E3, like what better way to squash any bad rumors about the game's combat?
Yeah.
To send out a demo,
Yeah, that would be cool. God, that's
awesome.
What, July 17th?
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same 16th? Day as Ghost of Tsushima.
Okay.
Are you gonna pick up? Which one are you gonna get? Which one are you more likely to get?
Paper Mario.
Yeah, same.
Unless like they had do like another trailer and like the combat looks terrible or something. But yeah, I'm most likely gonna get it. Oh well, I'm definitely gonna get it. But unless there's just something that really deters me from it, then yeah, that's definitely gonna be a day one for me. And Ghost of Tsushima, I do want to play. Like, it looks good, but I'll probably hold off on that.
Yeah, same.
Maybe pick it up for like Black Friday or something.
Yeah, I'm a little open worlded. Well, after Xenoblade, I think I'll be a little open worlded out, especially coming off
That's
of Final
yeah.
Fantasy 15 and um,
Yeah, that's
which
kind
is
of where I'm
huge.
at with open world games here recently. Like I just like, something that's a little bit more linear. Um, because like even with Red Dead, like as much as like I think that world's cool, I just I'm not in the mood for it. I'm just not in the mood for like an open world game.
So, yeah, it's such a huge game too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one qualm I have with Xenoblade Chronicles, and I forgot to bring this up earlier, is there are 400 side quests in the game, and probably 300 and 300 of them are fetch quests or go here and slay this
Mm.
monster slash go kill 5 of these.
Ugh, I hate that
So
kind of
I have
stuff.
like probably 30 quests that are just open,
Mm.
because I'll go to like whenever I get to a new village, I'll talk to everybody, and you can just pick up quests right there,
Yeah.
and then do them at your leisure, obviously. So there's no pressure to do all of them in any regard, and I don't even recommend doing doing half of them, because it's just a lot of go here, kill this.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's kind of like an overwhelming amount. I kind of have to get out of my head and just force myself not to do every side quest I come across, even if I pick it up. I'm like, okay, I'm letting this one go, even though it's in my open quests
Mm-hmm.
list. Yeah, just
Oh, I totally forgot. I did pick up Spider-Man again.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I started playing that some more, which is really cool. Man, there's a lot of items to collect in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's like backpacks or uh, there's like birds that you have to catch now. Like it's a little,
Interesting.
yeah, it's a little. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of item collecting unless it's something really cool.
Yeah.
Um, and then like side quests that you were just talking about. I hate fetch quests. Like the Witcher 3 has some of the best side quests.
Mm-hmm.
Just with all the kind of like the detective work in them and stuff.
Right.
It's cool. I think Batman like Arkham Knight and Arkham Asylum and stuff like that had some cool side quests and stuff that are
Mm-hmm.
kind of different than just collecting stuff. But um,
I think I really like item collecting in linear games. Like
you like item collecting?
in linear non-open world games like Halo, I love finding the skulls.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember when you and I played through Halo 5, we spent like a bunch of time searching for
Mm-hmm.
skulls. But like when it comes to like open world games and there's 1,000 items you can collect.
Yeah, it's a little overwhelming, and you just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Spider-Man's really cool. The combat's nice. It took me a couple minutes to get used to like web slinging again.
Mm-hmm.
But after you get over that little hurdle, it's really great. Like just God, flying through that city is so much fun, and it's funny
Yeah.
because like I think I just unlocked. I don't know if I had it before, but fast travel, and it's funny because like fast traveling in that game, it's like the loading screen is Spider-Man like in his suit on like a train, like going through the city, going back home. And that's the fast traveling system. So it's kind of funny.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
It's like, yeah, it's a cool nod, but like, it probably would just be faster if he just swung himself versus taking a train. But I don't know. So I kind of laughed.
How are the loading times in Spider-Man? Pretty decent.
Yeah, pretty. I mean, there's really not any kind of loading. Well, no, there is. Like, yeah, there's a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing crazy.
Well, because I remember Sony using that as like a benchmark when they were doing
Oh yeah, they were using Spider-Man. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's not. Yeah, it's not terrible. I really don't notice it that much.
That's good.
Yeah, fun game. I'll probably play that some more. Try to finish that. I'm probably not gonna touch any sort of the side stuff, but yeah, fun
Are
game.
you pretty close to the end?
No, I think I'm only like 20% in.
Oh, okay.
So
for some reason I thought you were further in.
No, I mean I really didn't play that much when I first played it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm like maybe 4 hours in, 4 or 5 hours. I can't remember exactly how long.
Have you touched Days Gone?
No, I need to check it out.
Game will forever be on the shelf.
It's unwrapped. It's ready to be played. So we'll see. But yeah, that is going to wrap up the show this week. Hopefully by next Sunday we'll have a little bit more news to talk about if any developers are going to announce anything like that.
Yeah, we can do like a little deep dive on everything announced through IGN's.
Yeah, we'll have a couple of days because it starts the 10th, which is Wednesday.
Wednesday.
So we'll have we'll be a couple days into that. So hopefully we get some good stuff and some nice reveals and stuff like that. But yeah, if you want to send emails to the show, it's gamingwiththebros@yahoo.com. Send us any sort of suggestions or what you've been playing, what you're looking forward to, really anything. So yeah, send us that. You can also review us over on your favorite podcasting platform. That definitely helps us get recognized and kind of up in the ranks as far as what's shown. So that would be greatly appreciated.
Oh yeah.
Anything else you want to add, Nick?
Be kind. Be kind to each other.
Be kind.
That should be the motto of 2020. Stay inside stay inside until you. I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't know how to mix COVID with protesting.
Yeah. But I mean, it'll just be interesting to see in the coming weeks, like how many more cases have developed or whatever.
Kind of worried about that, but from what I've seen, like people have been wearing masks when they're outside protesting.
So. Well, it's just because it was after they kind of reopened everything up. I was curious of what the numbers are going to be like, in a few weeks. But now that all this protesting is going on, and thousands of people are standing side by side, it's gonna be kind of a hard to judge because of what's been going on. So
right, you're like, oh, is it because we reopened or is it because
of the protesting? Yeah. So
I guess we'll see. Well,
yeah, we'll see. But yeah, we will see you guys next week. Hope you have a good week.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.